Good afternoon. I know that everybody is out there talking about products. Take this product, take that product, use that product. It will give you the health and the youthful look that you want. Everybody wants to sell you a product and charge you dollars for them so that it's on a monthly subscription that you get this product. And one of them has this tiny little thing that you pour liquid into, and it promises to help your liver. Now, there are products that say they help your overall health. And then we have all these products that are touting the beauty aspect and the anti-aging aspect. Do any of these things really work? If you listen to them, they're going to tell you, yes, they help me. Well, what really has a big impact on all of this are genes. It is our genetic makeup that determines so much about us as we age. I will give you a prime example. I have, in both eyes, I have macular degeneration. Now, macular degeneration, they say, is genetic. While I cannot find anybody in my ancestry that has been afflicted with it, I still got it. It is something that there is no cure for. It is one of those things that genetics gave to me, along with geographic atrophy, and now a new thing that they call ocular rosacea. And none of it is very fun. Every 8 weeks, I have to get injections in my eyes. So, if all this is gene related, how does this impact us on a daily basis? Now, you're looking at an 80-year-old Vietnam veteran. I don't have the heavy bags under my eyes. Those dark circles that you see are because I don't have perfect lighting in this little office where I'm recording this podcast. So I apologize for that, but I want to look more natural because this is how I look every day. Because of my eyes, I don't go out on a paying job. I do volunteer work, but I stay active. I have good genes from both my father and my mother's side of the family. They lived very long lives. My father, unfortunately, died young of a myocardial infarction, which was a heart defect. So that really is an anomaly from the family history. But it's the genetics. We have the genetics, and unless you have gene therapy, you're not going to change it. The best thing you can do is not worry about taking all of these things that they're trying to promote on the television and on these influencers pushing products that are going to make you look young. Well, maybe with enough makeup, some of us would look younger, but is that the key to a happy life? This all boils down to, how do you want to age? Your genes are going to play a major role in how you age, not all the pills and products that they want to push on you. You have to determine, and I'm not telling you to go to a place to where you can have genomics run and determine your genetic structure, because that really won't tell you anything. But what you can do is look at photos of your great grandparents, your grandparents, your mother, your father. Those pictures can tell you a lot. How did they age? Now, people that are in my age group, I have a lot of gray hair. That's all I have, gray hair. Do I have some wrinkles? Oh, of course. Gray hair just means that I cared a lot in life. The wrinkles, I laughed a lot in life. They're there. A lot of the scars on my face are from having to have continual skin cancer removed from my face, my back, my arms, my legs. That was because I liked being in the sun. There are some forms of it that are related to genes. For me, since my father, his lineage comes from Lithuania, I got the fair skin. Had I gotten more genes from my mother's side, who was born in Australia, I might have had dark hair and much more resistance to the difficulties from the sun. But again, it all goes back to genetics, our genes. There is only one thing in your life that will have an impact on you and your body, and you have no control over it. That is gravity. Yes, wonderful gravity. For all of those beautiful young women out there, as you get older, you're going to have things that started up north and are very perky, and they're going to go a little more southward and they're not going to be so perky. And for us guys, well, look at this is what we get. I'm sorry. Gravity causes a lot of it, and we can't change that. Now, I read an article recently about one of I don't know who she is. The name is Kylie Jenner. Um, Maybe all will know her, but I don't. Kylie or Chris, I'm not sure which, spent $300,000 on a facelift. And she was kind enough to show a before and after picture, a year after. And you can see the impact that gravity is having on that. Was it money well spent? From my perspective, no, it was not. She was far more attractive before than after. All these young women that listen to all these people that are trying to hawk the products and all the creams and anti-aging creams, and some man in France apparently is now touting that he has found the secret to being able to turn back the clock, your slow down your aging. And the fact of the matter is, we don't have the ability to do that. We all age at the same pace. Like it or not, that is a fact. There are things that you can do to make yourself healthier so that your skin looks better, your internal organs are better. They're simple things. I do them every day, and I highly doubt that people, as a matter of fact, I can tell you that when I'm doing my volunteer work and people ask me my age, because I like to talk, I like to talk to people. So when I'm out doing it, I talk to kids, I talk to anybody that will talk to me. It's fun. But when I tell them my age, people just don't want to believe it. that I could be out performing the kind of work that I do, even though it's volunteer and unpaid. Gee, how do you do that at your age? I'm healthy because I eat right. I have a wife that just is absolutely wonderful at preparing meals to keep me healthy. I have a total cholesterol under 100. My normal resting pulse is a little under 60. My blood pressure is right around 110/70. So the metrics that physicians look at as the initial when it comes to looking at our health, they're very good. I can get out in the heat and work. I can get out in the cold and work. I have put myself in a position of being able to age without getting the big bags under the eyes, without having a pot belly. I actually still have some six-pack left, right the stomach, and it feels good. It's nice to be able to fit into a 32 or 33 pair of slacks because I have to wear the same slacks that the younger men do. And do I have all the cuts for those? No, probably not. But if I want to wear something decent, that's what I'm stuck with. But I get them. So it doesn't matter if you are a male or a female. Don't be sold on all these products that are telling you that drink this, take that, chew this, all of those things. You're spending money for something that just good nutrition will do the same thing. It all comes down to the genes, the genetic composition that you have. Look at the members of your family. See who is healthy and who is not healthy. You will be amazed at the comparisons when you begin to look. If you see that your mother is aging with no difficulty, the chances are very high that the same will happen to you if you keep the same good habits as your mother. The same thing for guys. If your father is aging well and he's holding up well, that bodes well for you. If you have a parent that has been unfortunate enough to be struck with cancer or some type of disease, that does not mean that you will get it. You may have a higher predisposition to get that at some point in your life, but there is no absolute that you will get anything. It's the same with macular degeneration. Even though there may be a history in your family of it, it doesn't mean an individual will get it. A lot has to do with how you take care of yourself. When you are 18 years old, all the way up to, I'm going to say, roughly into the mid 30s, let's say 35-ish. That's the period that you need to be taking care of what you want to look like in the future. How do you want to age? It all comes back to the genetics because that's what's going to really determine that path from 35 up to whatever age you live to. And just because we age, I'm 80 years old, and I can tell you that for all the men out there, I think my wife would prefer that I have a lower sex drive than I currently have, and I'm 80 years old. It doesn't mean that we don't still have the ability to enjoy relations with our spouse, it can be actually more fun, to be quite honest. And when it comes to just relationships, your genetics impact your growth. They impact also how you respond. Physically, if we're attacked, we respond physically. That's, you have to protect yourself. That's the way it is. Well, if the genetic predisposition of a person is they snap, somebody says something to them and they snap, they have been trained to do that. They learned that through family. They got it through friends, through school, through work, wherever they picked it up and they've carried it with them. Those are the type of things that are easily changed. And they do have a big, big impact on how we age. Begin the aging process with a chip on your shoulder, you won't do well. You need to be happy. You need to be able to face life with a very realistic outlook, not with one that's jaded. Well, as I get older, I'll just have some plastic surgery and I'll look young again. If you think that's going to happen, bless you. I'm glad that you feel so strongly about it. And if you can afford it and you want to do it, that is a choice. And I hope it turns out well. All we need to do is look at people like Sharon Stone. Look at how that woman is aging. Now, she has not had plastic surgery, and she is putting pictures out there that show the aging process, show what she looks like now. You can see the pictures of her when she was younger, and very much a beautiful actress, and she is actually quite beautiful as she has aged. There are other actresses out there. I'll give you a prime example. Cher looks nothing like she did when she first appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show and then got her own show with Sonny and Cher. The years have not been kind to her, and nor has the plastic surgery. She wanted to have it, so now what she has is what she's going to have to live with. Madonna. Madonna was actually a very attractive woman. All of the outfits she used to wear aside, just from a facial perspective, she was really, a very good looking woman. Now, if you look at her pictures, I would venture to say that a lot of people would not recognize her. If the picture were entitled Madonna, you might not even recognize her. What she exactly has had done, I don't know, but certainly something. And she took away Madonna. Love her music. I love her singing. I think it's great. I've listened to many of her songs because I like to listen to music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and up. But keep in mind, as they age, and the genetics are impacting them just as it is everybody. And those genetics do not save us from gravity. Nope. Gravity is the one thing that we have no ability to impact. It's there. It will always be there. Good genetics, you can age gracefully, but you still are going to have to contend with the effects of gravity. Nope, all that anti-aging cream won't do it. All the weightlifting won't do it. All you need to do is about a year and a half ago, Arnold, look at a picture. Arnold Schwarzenegger posted a picture of him shirtless. And it it's kind of sad because of what happens to the skin as you age, because gravity's been pulling on it for so many years. Well, it shows. We all have to address that issue. You're not going to get away from it. There are things that are going to sag. And listen, hopefully, most of you will take the correct approach and say, look, at what can I do with my nutrition, my eating habits, my health to stay active? Because if I stay active and do things, I can have an impact on it from the perspective that if I keep my muscles and skin tight, then the impact of the gravity won't be as bad. That is realistic. That's realism. You can do things, and exercise helps dramatically. So I'm going to post this first in a series. I want to make people aware that gravity plays such a huge, huge part in all of this aging. And all of these products that they're trying to push on you to buy are not going to be able to do what they say they do. Makeup can cover certain things up and make you look better temporarily. They have this one product that they say you can put it on under your baggy eyes and you get 8 hours of good looks. Is it really worth spending that much money all the time to I don't get it. I don't understand it. There are alternatives to all of that. We'll explore them, and hopefully people will send me comments about products that they're using or trying. And I'm not very bright. I'm not a doctor, don't have any doctoral degree as a physician or psychologist or psychiatrist or biologist or sociologist or skin doctor, anything like that. My degree was in business. So I look at things from a business perspective and make comments, and let's talk about them, because there are things that you can do to help ward off the aging and age the way you want to. And it won't cost you the kind of money that you're going to have to spend on the products that they want you to buy, because those products aren't going to work. They don't work. Don't spend your hard-earned money on something that will not work. So I'm Michael, and actually Adam Chase is my name, and you'll find my website. It's called adamchaseauthor.com. I wrote a short story that has been published and is actually currently selling on Amazon and doing quite well. It's called My Guardian Angel, and I wrote the story about my wife and I. While it is fiction, probably 60% of the story is true. So If you like short stories, it's only about a 2.5 hour read. It's much better to read than an audiobook because the impact will be much greater. But AdamChase, author.com, and you can go there, take a look. You'll find some of the pictures on there very cute if you're an animal lover, because it features the Twinnies also, and so does the book. But make your comments on this podcast. Send them to me. You can send them to AdamChaseAuthor.com, or you can post them on YouTube after I post this. I will read them all and I will respond to them all. But I'll be putting out a weekly podcast and I'll be addressing different facets of how the gravity interacts with this aging process, because it's quite unique and it was a lot of fun for me to do the reading to become knowledgeable in it. So I'll look forward to getting another podcast out, but hearing some comments from you all. This is Adam. Thank you very much.